Is there a place that you just won't ship to no matter what? Myself, I'm pretty much open to shipping everywhere, but I'm starting to have second thoughts about this one location. And I'm going to talk to you about that here and some other stuff on the other side. So without any further ado, let's go. Welcome back to the channel. This is John with Flippin' Ain't Easy. One location, guys. Where is it that you just do not ship to no matter what? Due to past experiences? For me, there's one location that I didn't ship to because it wasn't cost effective. The labels were too high, and that scared away a lot of the buyers. And I used to have problems with this particular location. Real quick, pause the video, guess down below where I'm talking about. But with the advent of Ground Advantage shipping, USPS Ground Advantage, about a year and a half ago, it sort of made this location somewhat affordable for someone like me on the West Coast to ship to. And I still ship there, but I'm having second thoughts. And the people there are good people, I'm sure. Wouldn't be a bad place to go and visit on vacation. And where am I talking about? Talking about Puerto Rico, PR, and it is a territory of the United States, and so you can utilize USPS shipping methods to ship there. But it used to be that priority mail was just too high for someone on the West Coast to ship to Puerto Rico, so I always excluded them. And then when Ground Advantage came on board, I said, you know what? Let's give it a try, because you always want to open up as many markets as you can to get more eyes on your items. And so we've done that. We've been dealing with Puerto Rico for the last year and a half, but I got to tell you, I've been dealing with more return requests, more lost packages, and just more random questions that really aren't translated over very well through the app. And it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of clouding my experience on eBay a little bit. I mean, I guess I could power through it. I mean, if we're getting sales and stuff, but dealing with the lost items, it seems like there's a problem when we ship items to Puerto Rico. It gets stuck in the hubs in Florida, and it just takes its sweet time. And you have to tell them to be patient, because they want their items tomorrow. They want the 3-day service that I can't give them from Las Vegas. And I just don't think that they have the understanding of, it does take a little bit more time to get your packages processed. And I'm not paying extra for priority mail on a lot of these things. I already have a set rate. It is calculated, but it's based on Ground Advantage. To me, I've been debating on whether or not I should just totally say forget it, forget selling to Puerto Rico. Just don't want to deal with the headache. But then again, if you're selling items to Puerto Rico, that means you're selling items. And would you want to cut off your customer base, even if it does bring you more headaches, just so that you can have an easier, more comfortable ride on the eBay Express? For me, I think that might be a mistake. So I haven't done it yet, but every time I come across a problem on on eBay with some of these buyers, I just had one today, and he asked me, well, first of all, he tried to lowball me for the item, and I came back and said, this is the lowest I'll go. And he accepted that price, which fine, I'll sell it to you. And then came back and said, and eBay app tries to translate this for you. And he came back and said something to the effect of, don't forget my favor. And I'm like, what favor? I didn't make you any promises, and you didn't ask me for any favors. So I had to tell him I didn't understand his last message. And he said, oh, don't forget to ship the item on Monday, because I told him it would go out on Monday. And it's just like a lot of these conversations that you have with these buyers get lost in translation. And yeah, it makes it a little bit more difficult when you're dealing with a buyer, whether they're asking you questions ahead of time, or if they're asking you questions after the sale, or when the item's in transit, or something like that. I don't nearly have as many problems with continental US customers as I do with Puerto Rican customers. And I don't, maybe it's just the luck of the draw, just happen to get a batch of pretty needy slash impatient buyers over the last month. But it leads you to kind of feel, and this is where you got to put the feelings aside, feel like maybe I shouldn't be dealing with that part of the world, just like you wouldn't want to deal with a certain country if you kept having problems with it. So for me, we haven't turned it off yet. We're going to keep pushing forward. It hasn't caused us any hardships or anything like that. But this is one instance where you can allow how you feel about a transaction or a way, like a trend of how things go to really make you change your business model. So again, we're thinking about it, but that doesn't mean we're going to do it. So I was out and about today, the yard sales, and I'm going to show you here what I picked up. But I have a question for you after we take a look. What I picked up? I picked up some Nike golf shoes, pretty decent condition, $5 each. Came with a little golf bag. Picked up some polos. I'll show it to you here. Apologize for my camera work, but there's Grayson. Kind of a cool little polo. This is, don't think this has any special markings on it, so I'll put that aside. This one is a Peter Millar, a good brand. This one here is, I don't know what golf course that is, but pretty decent. This one here is FootJoy, and this is from PGA of America. These are all double X, by the way. Here's a Adidas. That is from the Players. That's a big tournament that the pros have. Two more. Another one from the Players. This one is a Puma. I know you guys don't like Puma, but I'll still try to sell it. The Players. Not a bad looking shirt. And the last one here is this one here. This one is from the US Open at Pinehurst, and it is just their own branded polo. So I thought those were pretty solid. And then here are the cups that I picked up. Now these aren't, she threw these in little faux mason jars, cups, but all these tumblers are Starbucks. So, just a lot of the same. So what do you guys think? Did I do good or not? Put the comments down below. So not a bad haul. I spent about $140 on this stuff, and to me, it was like about 2 hours in, and after $140 into this, I was kind of ready to come back home. I don't know. You guys ever feel that way where, you kind of look forward to going to the yard sales, and about an hour and a half, 2 hours in, you're kind of just done and over with it. And I'm not talking about, a location where it's hard to find yard sales. We had literally today over 100 yard sales, and I only hit maybe 20. And I'm saying 100 yard sales, I'm counting the community yard sales as one yard sale in that equation. So it's probably a lot more than 100, but I'm just giving you a rough number. And I only covered about 20 yard sales. And after about the 20th one and another 20 drive-bys on some of these where I'm like, I'm not stopping for baby clothes, I was kind of just done. Anybody else feel that way? Maybe I'm just weird like that. Maybe it's just, after a while it gets boring. You're by yourself. Maybe it's more fun when you're with other people. And I was trying to get Archie to go with me, but he's quite busy lately. So it's sort of like if I want to go, I'm going by myself. And you guys know Jenna's in California helping her sister out for another little over a week. So for me, just had to get out of the house That's part of the reason that, yard sales are my C option. So my question for you guys is this: what are you trying to get return wise for your investment when you're at the yard sale? Are you thinking along the lines that maybe I'm doing this wrong? Maybe my expectations are a little too high, and maybe that's what's kind of turning me off. But for me, I'm trying to turn my $5 into at least 50, 10x return, and I'm not quite finding a lot of that. Now, maybe my expectations are a little too high. So what for you, what are you trying to turn that $5 into? So when you're buying something at a yard sale for $5, or let's even include thrift stores, when you're sourcing, what are you trying to do? What is your goal? What is your game plan? At what point do you say, no, there's not enough meat on the bone, not enough juice in the squeeze for me to buy this item? Or do you factor a few things in? Are you willing to go less than that? Maybe it's 4x, maybe it's 5x, if you're able to flip it quite very quickly. Now, I bought those polos. I'm not a clothes seller, but I know that a lot of these PGA Tour branded polos do have value. I picked up all 6 of those for $30, and well, $20 it is, sorry. And so that's quite a good deal as far as I'm concerned. And they're my size, so guess what? I might keep 1 or 2 for myself because I do play golf. Right now is a good time to pick up golf shoes. It's golf season. The Masters are going on as we speak, and people are out and about playing golf. And guess what? They need golf shoes. And if you can take that $5 pair, turn it into $40 or $50, I think it's worth it all day long. And then all those Starbucks tumblers, she wanted like 5 to 10, and a lot of them she wanted $10 for, and she took $100 for almost 30. I think I had 29 tumblers in there, and I think I'm going to do pretty good with those. I think I'm going to, what is the average buy cost, like $3 or whatever on that lot, and I'm going to turn that into, I don't know, 15 to $20 per tumbler. I don't know if I have any real good ones in there or not. I'm not going to whip out my phone and go through each one while I'm at that location. It's one of those things, you're buying in bulk, you got to kind of make a pretty solid offer. And I asked her what she wanted. I didn't barter with her. I was thinking maybe I could have got her down to 80, but I figured that was a fair deal for all those. What do you guys think? Did I do okay today? Put that down below. Let me know, because I learn a lot from you guys. I don't pretend to know everything, but at the end of the day, I feel pretty good about what I bought. And I just, after striking out for about a half an hour, my last half an hour, 45 minutes of driving around, I kind of felt bored about it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go back and get this stuff listed, which is what I'm going to do after I'm done with this video. So there you have it, guys. 2 issues that I bring to the table. Is it still worth selling items to Puerto Rico? Now, maybe if you're on the East Coast, it's fine. But if you're on the West Coast, it's just a lot of hassle. But maybe that's just part of the game. And also, what are you actually trying to achieve? What are you turning that $5 into? Are you trying to turn it into 50? Are you trying to go even higher at maybe 100? Or are you satisfied with turning 5 into 20? But I want to know your thoughts down below. But figuring out these questions and what's right for you is yet another example of how flipping ain't easy. And I want you guys to have an excellent rest of your day. And we will talk to you very soon. Take care. Oh. Chargebacks, returns, and lowball offers too. Vero takedowns, they're a pain, what can we do? High selling fees, bad buys, and rude buyers galore. Flipping ain't easy, but we keep coming back for more. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them, and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. When flipping ain't easy, by your side. Source
Sourcing great items is the key to success. Subscribe to the channel and stand above the rest. Focus on the thing that's within your control. Hang with flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast Profit Playbooks. The name with Scott and Josh. Flipping's more than a game. Chargebacks, returns, and lowball offers too. A Firo takedowns, they're a pain, what can we do? High selling fees, bad buys, and rude buyers galore. Flipping ain't easy, but we keep coming back for more. Oh, all resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them, and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. Flipping ain't easy, but by your side. Sourcing great items is the key to success. Subscribe to the channel and stand above the rest. Focus on the thing that's within your control. Hang with flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast Profit Playbooks, the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast Profit Playbooks, the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game.
National Park.